interview with Damien and Este right here at YourRealityRecaps.com. Now, look, if you guys missed any of our previous interviews with the BB Can House guests, you can check them out at YourRealityRecaps.com/BBCan. You can also see our shows with previous house guests over there where we're recapping the season and all of our content. I don't know if you guys know, but currently we are covering The Amazing Race every single Thursday and then posting them to the shows, to the website. We are also covering Drag Race on Monday nights on TV Party app. So make sure you guys check all of those out. If you want to watch us do our shows live, we're live on @YouNow. Make sure you go there, become a fan. It's totally free. You get to watch the shows live, hang out, chat during them. Of course, when the season is over, we will be having every single BB Can 7 house guest on YouNow live for an hour, asking your questions to them. So you're going to want to be alerted when we go live for that. So make sure you become a fan. If you want access to the exclusive after shows after we're live on YouNow for everyone, make sure you become a patron at YourRealityRecaps.com/patron. You get access to the patron-only Facebook group, prize giveaways, weekly shows just for patrons, and it's the best way to financially support our shows, maybe even help get us to Canada for finale, Liza's party, and so much more. You can also do a one-time donation at YourRealityRecaps.com/PayPal if that is more your speed. Maybe you have Amazon shopping to do. Consider starting your shopping at YourRealityRecaps.com/Amazon. You don't pay any more, we get a little bit back. But look, those are financial ways to help us. If you want to help for free, then thumbs up and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Hit that bell so you are notified every time a new video posts, or in iTunes, 5-star rating and a nice review is a great way to help as well. So is sharing our stuff on social media. Make sure you share whenever you see one of our posts. Those are all great free ways to help support our shows. Now, we have so much to get to with Este and Damien, so let's kick it off first with Este. How you doing, Este?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Great. Okay, so we have questions for your fans, from your fans. First up is, do you feel that you prioritized your game relationship with Dane over Kiki?
I feel like I was definitely more loyal to Kiki. I felt closer to her. I trusted her more. But I think that during the week that she was on the block, I was also watching out for myself because I was afraid that if she were to go home, I would have ruined every other relationship that I had built. So I definitely had to be very careful with that. But no, I think I definitely would have preferred to keep Kiki over Dane.
Okay. Was talking to the live feeders part of your game strategy?
No, it wasn't at all. I think that sometimes it was just nice to let everything out and to talk to the cameras, to talk to people, because sometimes not even like the person that you feel the closest to, you're going to trust them 100%. I mean, we say 100%, but there's things that you don't even tell those people. So it was just nice to let it all out once in a while.
Okay. What did you think about Dane knowing that you were going home and not telling you?
The moment I found out that it was Dane who had voted me out, initially I thought it was Damien who had voted me out in Kira. I never expected it to be Dane until I watched the goodbye messages. And when I realized that it was Dane, I was totally heartbroken. I felt super betrayed. He was my number one person in the house after Kiki left. I never expected him to not only vote me out, but also just to hide it from me the whole week when he knew the plan all along. It definitely hurts that he didn't come to me and just kind of like debrief me right before, like the morning of that I was supposed to leave.
Okay, and what did you think about the alliance that the boys told you about in their DRs?
I think it's so dumb. I'm over it. I'm over guys. It sucks. I'm very upset. Like, it's 2019. There does not need to be a full guys alliance. I'm very annoyed also at the fact that I didn't listen to Chelsea and Kira. And even Kiki, she believed Kira and Chelsea. And I refused to believe it because I had so much trust in Dane that I was like, there's no way that Dane would prioritize those guys over myself and Kiki. I really thought we had Dane. So I felt stupid and annoyed.
Did you consider exposing anyone's games on your way out?
I did consider it. The adrenaline stopped me because I was just like very shocked, but I definitely wish if I could go back, I would have stopped, asked who flipped the vote, and when I found out that it was Dane's, I would have definitely said something out loud, and maybe even Anthony's.
Okay. Who did you trust the most and the least? And is there anyone you wished you would have worked with?
Overall, out of the whole cast, I trusted Kiki the most. Once Kiki was left, I trusted Dane the most, and Damien as well, but Dane and Kiki the most. And then someone that the least that I trusted would have been Kira, and maybe Mark. And then I wish I would have worked more closely with, I don't know, maybe Chelsea. I feel like we could have done something if I had put a little bit more trust in her before she left.
And if you had stayed and won HOH, who would you have targeted and why?
Oh, for sure would have put up Anthony because he also broke my heart when he casted a vote against me and not Damien 2 weeks ago. I was very upset about that because I honestly wanted to have his back. I've had his back since the beginning of the game, and he didn't. I was super betrayed by that and felt hurt. So he would go up. I didn't like the game he was playing towards the end. He thinks he's playing way better than he actually is. And then I would also put up Adam because I just got so sick of Adam in the house. Like, I'm sure we'll be friends outside of the house, but in the house, sometimes he woke up on the wrong side of the bed and he just ignored you and didn't acknowledge your presence. And he also put me on the block, voted against me when I was next to Sam. So I had plenty of reasons to get him out, as well as he was a great competitor in the challenges.
Okay. Who do you want to win the game, and who do you think will win the game?
I would love to see Dane and Damien in the end, even though, yes, I am very bitter towards Dane and very hurt. I think that he is playing an amazing game, and that's just me as a fan looking out from within that he is playing the best game. He deserves to win. Damien is the only person that remained loyal to me out of, like, Kiki was gone, so Damien, I would love to see him in the end. And sorry, the question was who do I not want to see in the end?
No, it was who do you want to win, and who do you think will win?
I think that Dane will win if he's in the final two, but I think that if people are smart, they will not take Dane because he is such a good competitor. So realistically speaking, maybe Mark or Anthony.
Okay. What kind of juror are you going to be?
I'm definitely going to try to stay away from being the bitter juror. I promised myself that I wouldn't be bitter. So I want to vote for whoever played the best overall game, not just competitions, but also social game. It's a big, big part of Big Brother. Someone who remained loyal to at least one person in the house and someone who remained kind throughout the whole game.
Okay, and final question. What is something that you learned about yourself coming out of this Big Brother experience that you might not have known about yourself before you started playing this game?
Well, before going to the house, I thought I could lie very, very well. I thought I could lie a lot because I was thinking back to, like, my teenager years. I was like, yeah, it's still in me somewhere, but I learned very quickly that that's just not who I am anymore. I've grown up a lot, and I thought that I could maybe, like, step away from the person that I've become, but that proved to be very, very difficult. I had to be honest as much as I possibly could because I felt wrong being otherwise, and I thought that would maybe get in a lot of, like, little arguments, maybe call people out, but at the end of the day, I never wanted to make people feel bad about anything. So that's definitely something that I learned about myself, that I've changed more than I initially thought.
Okay, well, thanks so much for taking the time to talk with us, Este.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, that was such a fun talk with Este. Again, I just want to remind you guys, if you have missed any of our past interviews with the house guests, they're over on our website, yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan. If you want to watch us do the shows live or the end of the season shows when the house guests will be on for an hour taking your questions, make sure you fan us at yourrealityrecaps.com/younow. If you want the after shows with the BB Can house guests, all of our exclusive content and access to the patron Facebook group, consider becoming a patron, or if you want to help support our shows, make a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. Share these shows on social media, thumbs up and subscribe on YouTube, and 5-star rating and nice review in iTunes. See, I slipped it in the middle. I know you guys fast forward through that intro, and look, we can't keep these shows going without your support. Speaking of support, here's someone who didn't have any in the Big Brother house. Hey, Damien, how you doing?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Great. So I have some questions here from your fans. First up is, what was your game plan heading into the Big Brother house, and do you feel you followed that plan?
Yeah. Obviously, my game plan was to find a bro, someone who could, be competitive with someone such as myself. Obviously, I didn't win as much as I wanted to, so that kind of went down the drain. And then, find a brain to also teach me about the game, which I had that too in my BC Alliance, and just kind of went from there. And also just to bro down with multiple guys. Obviously, that lasted as long as yesterday. So I think I did stick to my plan pretty well.
Okay. Why did you not expose, or at least try and work with, Adam, Dane, and Anthony when your power let you see them working together in the beginning of the game?
Well, I thought I did expose that, and I thought I brought it together. And then you see Adam and Sam working together entirely, so it's like he seemed like he had all his eggs in one basket, per se. So I kind of just went with my own gut and what my feelings there. But yeah, I thought I did bring that, and I thought I mentioned that pretty well. I don't know how it was viewed on the outside world, but I guess I should have brought it a little bit more. And as for exposing it, those were big players, and I was a guy who never won something, so it's hard to throw names out when you could be going on the block as much as I did as well.
Right. Why do you think that Canada kept voting to give you power in the game?
I don't know. I guess they really like me for some reason. I don't know. Probably because Canada loves the true underdog story, and just my story and my background is kind of geared to that. And just being a newbie coming into this game, Canada always wants to see, they kind of want to see a person who may not have the greatest chance of winning the game maybe do some good.
Right. Do you think that you should have exposed the boys in your eviction speech to try and stay?
Well, I thought the boys had my back, and if I exposed them, there was 4 boys that I was exposing, so it's kind of get on their side or not, or nothing at all. And so, yeah, there you have it. They kept Kira over me, and that's what happened.
Who did you trust the most in the game, and who did you trust the least in the game?
Well, let's say I thought I trusted Dane the most, but now in hindsight, I kind of trusted Este the most now, even though I know that I haven't heard all conversations of, let's say before, I was supposed to go up on the block, and Este was supposed to go on the block. Este had a 10-second conversation with Mark, and all of a sudden I'm going on the block. So I guess I trusted people to a certain extent, and who I trusted the least was probably, I'd say, Mark.
Okay. Is there anybody that you wish you would have worked with in the game?
Well, I worked with Dane and Adam pretty good. I guess I should have, like you said, I should have brought, I worked with Anthony and Corey well too, and I worked with a lot of people. I guess I just, I didn't put all the puzzle pieces together in saying, my mistake was, I wanted to make a Final Four with the boys without Mark, and they probably saw that me out, so then I guess they wanted Mark over me, so I guess I should have said 5 of us, and that's what I guess they weren't feeling that.
Okay. If you had stayed and won HOH, who would you have targeted and why?
Well, I would have put up Kira and Anthony. Kira's an easy target to put up. Anthony, he hasn't touched the block yet, as far as I know. And that would have taken that out of his resume. Obviously, that would have worked out because he won the POV yesterday. And he would have probably taken himself down, and I could have put Adam up and made a big player go up on that block, and hopefully he would have left, and then I would actually have a resume on my for my background.
Right. Who do you want to win the game, and who do you think will win the game?
Well, I think the two most fierce competitors are Adam and Dane thus far. I'm tossed between those two guys. They're warriors, and we'll see what happens, basically.
Okay, what kind of juror do you think you're going to be?
Well, juror, I want to be, like I said, whoever won most competitions, I want to see that, but I also want to see the social aspect, just because of the integrity of the game, and not just because you had power the whole time. Like, how would you balance the whole universal point of the view of the game? So I'd kind of go from there, and obviously I don't want to make an emotional decision. So I'm pretty fresh from getting evicted since yesterday, but I think that'll go down a bit in the next coming days.
All right, and final question. Is there something that you learned about yourself coming out of this game that you didn't know about yourself before you started playing it?
Well, let me see. Well, I learned that I could defeat puzzles after being totally beat by a puzzle.
Okay.
I think I tested my limits of being true to myself, and before coming into this game, I thought, I could do that. And me just coming out on the other end and sticking to my word, I think I'm a pretty good man of my word, and even under the toughest circumstances, I can stay true to that. So I'm pretty proud of that.
Well, thanks so much for taking the time to talk with us, Damien. We can't wait to hear more from you after the season.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
Bye-bye. Well, that about wraps up our phone interviews with Damien and Este. Look, if I haven't made it clear enough, if you guys missed any of the previous shows, they're over at yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan. You can also check out our website for our amazing race shows that we are doing every single Thursday. Our drag race shows on Monday night at 7 p.m. Of course, we do all of them live over on YouNow, so make sure you become a fan over there, become a patron, or do a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal if you want to financially support our shows. Thumbs up and subscribe on YouTube. Click that bell so that you're notified. 5-star rating and a nice review on iTunes is great too. And of course, sharing our content across all social media really helps support us. We will see you guys on the next show, which will be tonight on YouNow. Bye for now, everybody. Bye.